Alright, this is the practical demonstration of the ECE 420 group project. So right over here we have the master or alpha Arduino serial code for declarations up here, header files, declaring our variables, setup loop, initiating both the serial to the PC and the serial to the prime Arduino. After that we have our that is incorrect. We have our main loop. And in this we have instead of using delays functions, we used the last time that it updated with a modifier, and then is less than the mils, which is the current time since the Arduino last rebooted. Got some if statements, if else statements to compare the strings that we would type in from the command prompt on the PC. Then a switch case statement using those commands from the strings to select what we're going to do. And then if serial available from the PC, we do the serial event 0 rather, sorry. And then if there is anything available on serial port 1 or TXRX1 instead of TXRX0, we do serial event 2. And this is not needed. So as far as the extra functions that we built up, we have the serial event 1, which is just going to input and store the characters from the text command for the Arduino Prime from the PC. We have using the built-in string functions from Arduino, we have the 2 lowercase, which makes the input all lowercase, so regardless if you type in a capital T, I, capital M, E, it's still going to take it as just time. And then the trim function to remove white spaces in case you put spacebar, time, spacebar, it's going to remove those leading and trailing white spaces to make it easier to compare. And then for the serial port 1, or serial event 1 rather, for TXRX1 communication to the prime Arduino, we have a first bit is what we using to indicate what is being sent over via the serial data, which we can see over here on the prime sketch. If we're sending time, it's going to be a $sign, and if we're sending the temperature, it's going to be a £sign. And that is case here, which is time, case here, which is temp, and that is about it for the master code. And pretty much the same setup on the prime side, just initializing a little bit more stuff here for the LEDs and the liquid crystals, the real-time clocks. Setup loop a little bit more intense here with the LCD display being set up, and let's go ahead and also put this guy here over at the end of our void loop. Alright, setting up a couple different pastimes, last time in general, and then LED last time, which I don't think we actually use anymore. So let's just go ahead and comment that out, and then we can delete it later if it indeed is not being used. So for the main function, we're going to go ahead and set our hours, minutes, seconds, and temperature from the RTC, DS3231. And then again with the case statements, these are going to be whether we want the LCD to display using LCD time, LCD temp, and then LCD no display. We will turn either the display off in this case, displaying temp in this case, and displaying time in this case, with the default of nothing, just resetting our variables down here. Those variables are being used for the purpose of getString, which is the same function as over in the initial alpha function, which is the serial event. So we're using inString here. And then again using the two lowercase and the input string trim functions to get rid of white space and make all lowercase. And then our if-else statements for those case or command variables is all located right in here. And then the function for sending data to the prime using serial1.print. Again, the $sign and the £sign for the time and the temp. And you also see there's two asterisks here. Those are our break statement or break characters for our function over on the main side. So I think we've talked about this enough. Let's go ahead and run it. We're gonna go ahead and then just re-upload. Make sure that was going to the right one here. That was not going to the right one, so let's go ahead and come over here, switch that back to 4. Or actually, rather, that was the correct one. Sorry, 6 is the master, and the prime is COM4, so we'll go ahead and upload that one as well. And then we can go ahead and take these screens off of here. We'll see that it initialized on both. And it looks like I have 1 second here. 6 serial monitor. There we go. All right. So then if we come over here, we can see on the LCD screen right here, it says initialized complete. We can use the potentiometer to adjust the contrast until something looks fitting. We can see that the real-time clock right here is not counting, so let's go ahead and re-upload. Let's see. Re-upload this one here. And we can see that this isn't indeed working. And what I just did was earlier when we commented out the LED time, I uncommented it and re-uploaded it. So you'll see this counting. This is obviously your seconds, with this next one being your minutes, and the last one being your hours. It's a 24-hour clock using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, should be 6 bits, I believe, but possibly not. 1, 2, 3, 5 bits. So moving on from there, if we come over to the master and type in, say, time, we will see that it returns a time, and that on the on the prime Arduino side, you see that it is repeatedly printing LCD time. What that is saying is that it is still displaying the time and it is updating every second. And if you look here, you can kind of compare that to the second ones here and see that they are lining up. And I will just pull up that prime code one more time so that we can see. Right here we're in case 1. Case 1 is LCD print time. It is printed to our serial monitor here on the PC. And then it is also printing the LCD time, and it is resetting our variables, and then it breaks out. If we type in temp, we will see that now just the temperature is displayed here, 30 degrees Celsius, around about, and that the Arduino Prime's serial monitor is now printing temperature over and over again. If on the primary or the alpha Arduino we type in off, it should just go ahead and switch that off. And this is because I did not print a new line here. So if we do this and go ahead and upload, it should be printing off in a new line. Let's see. And it is printing it on a new line now. Okay. And we can also verify that the LCD screen is off. Going ahead and wrapping this up, we'll just try a couple more things. Let's try on the alpha side. T capital I capital M E also prints time. T I M E all caps also does time. All lowercase time. All upper except for E time. And then for the temp, TEMP, TEMP all caps, TEMP lowercase. All that is doing the temp as well, and capital OFF is shutting it off. Capital O, capital F is also shutting it off. So we can see that this works just fine, and it updates in real time. Whatever we put in is sent from one Arduino, which is sent from this Arduino, which is considered our alpha or master, via these RxTX lines to this Arduino here, which is our primary or slave device, which is then putting the data for the LCD out of ports 2 through 7, I believe, or is that port? Yeah, ports 2 through 7 over to here, and then for the LED matrix, it is port 8 through 10, which is right to here, with your power ground pins going to here, and then your real-time clock is communicating via I2C, which uses your CL and SDA lines right here. I think that about sums it up. I will also be uploading the code, and I don't think there is anything else that needs to be covered. So thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.